The advantages are, number one, it's a lot easier to get a 504 plan generally than it is to get an IEP. The criteria to qualify for a 504 plan are more inclusive and don't require as much detailed documentation. The criteria to qualify are pretty general. So there are some kids who can't qualify for an IEP, but do qualify for a 504 plan. So that's one very big advantage, is it gives you some of the protections and supports of an IEP, even if you can't qualify for an IEP. The other thing is that because in order to qualify for an IEP, you have to be given a label like that you have a learning disability or you have an emotional disorder or whatever. And the programming is oftentimes influenced by the label. It's not that the label is supposed to be like you're in that lane and that's the only lane, but nonetheless, the label often has an influence greater than it's supposed to on what the programming will be or who you're going to be getting services with and those sorts of things. And a 504 plan, in my experience, is less stigmatizing. So oftentimes parents are concerned about, do I want my child to have a label? And you can get a 504 plan as long as you have any diagnosed impairment, physical or mental, without the 504 plan then being it's a 504 plan for this label. It's just you have a 504 plan, and then the services are driven by what the child needs. So those are the big advantages, I would say. I guess the other thing is it's just somewhat more flexible, and there is a lot of kind of practical orientation to 504 plans being something that provides or is geared to provide support in regular education. Whereas, although many kids with IEPs are based in regular education, in some schools, there's more of an orientation that if you have an IEP, it's because you have more significant needs and you're more likely to be served in a more restrictive or self-contained setting. The disadvantages of a 504 plan are that there isn't a big bureaucracy in most places that goes with receiving 504 services, where there's a whole structure of teachers and case managers and therapists and so on who are attached to the special education programs. And so there are more people engaged in a direct way in providing services. So you're more likely to get some level of direct support rather than just accommodations or things like preferential seating or untimed testing or whatever. The special education system also requires in the IEP that the child have goals and objectives, which the parent gets to participate in developing. And there's no similar requirement for goals and objectives in a 504 plan. And the 504 plan, although it has a right for parents to participate and mechanisms for parents to challenge the school on any areas of disagreement, those rules are all much more developed with respect to an IEP than they are with respect to a 504 plan. So I would say, as an overall matter, it's somewhat easier for parents to hold schools accountable with an IEP than it is with a 504 plan.